sweet friends. I hope you are all well. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. It's day 13 of our 13 days of Halloween tutorial series. If you're just joining in, you can find a link for the first 12 days at the top of the description so you can get caught up. And we'll be hosting a giveaway to celebrate another fabulous series. So make sure to listen throughout the video for details on how you can enter for your chance to win. Here's a selection of the items that I picked up from the Dollar Tree to create these fast and easy treat pockets. So of course, I found these really adorable stickers. There's a couple of different varieties here, and each of these sets have some more dimensional and some flat stickers. And so we can take advantage of that for our layering, and you gonna get quite a lot on each sheet. So if you make these treat holders for lots of people, you're gonna have plenty of supplies to work with. I've also got this little greeting card here, and I am going to use this just as it is because I think it's perfect and it fits down into the back of the bag. And so you can add your sentiment and give that along with the treat that's inside the pocket. And I just love that candy corn. And so this is going to be part of the bag, but I am not going to be using the envelopes, and we can reserve these for a future project. Here are the bags, and these are just kind of handle gift bags. They measure 8 1/4 by 5 1/2, and they come in a pack of 3. So you're going to get a lot to work with when you make these treat bags. And so the first thing you want to do is fold this up where the bottom of the pocket is. And so there is already naturally a little bit of fold in that, but you just want to reinforce that by pressing that down, and you'll get a good crisp, clean edge. Then I'm going to take this to my scoreboard and line that up so that the bottom of the pocket is directly onto one of the grooves. And I'm just picking this number because it will be easy to count down 3/4 of an inch. And that is what we need for the depth for the pocket to add those treats inside. So here's 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to have a nice deep pocket. And so I'm just going to run my score tool down this. I'm trying to make several lighter passes so that I don't inadvertently go through that paper. Once you've got that score line put in, you can fold on that and once again press that so that you reinforce that crease. You do want to get a nice crisp fold there. I'm going to take my scoreboard out just for a moment, and then we're going to finish the inside of this pocket first. That's much easier than trying to fit that paper in when the pocket is assembled. So I've got my background paper cut to be 4 3/4 high by 5 3/8 wide, and I'm not going to use any of the colorful cardstock matting because we do already have that really awesome orange, pumpkin orange here. So let's just utilize that. I'm going to bring that right on up to where the top of the bag is and press that into place. So now we have what will be the front of the pocket, and I want to add a strip of cardstock that will wrap around the outside so that this creates a pocket and nothing will fall out. So I'm going to utilize my 2 glue combo here, and I have my paper cut just less than the height. So I'm going to keep my adhesives into that smaller area so that I don't have any accidental glue seepage. So let's just add a couple of strips here, and I'll bring in my cardstock. And so this piece is cut to be 2 3/8 high by 5 1/4 wide, and I'm just going to position that so it's roughly in the middle, and then I'll bring my scoreboard back in and we can put our score lines. That way we know that they will line up perfectly. And so let's just add this here. It's nice also to get a little border of that orange on the top of the bag. Here's our scoreboard again. First, we want to line up the edge of the bag right along one of the grooves there, and then make that first score line so that you'll get a nice crisp, clean edge, and then add 3/4 of an inch to that. So 1, 2, 3. That's going to be our depth. Flip that over and then repeat that process. One, 2, 3. just going to pre-fold on that first score line and then also on the second score line so that I know exactly where I need to position all of these when we fold up the pocket. I'm adding the 2 glue combo once again to the flaps, and so these will wrap around the back. Because this bag is 5.5 wide already, we're not going to get a full coverage on the back, even if we were to use 12-inch paper. So I'm not going to be too concerned about that gap because we will come back in with more of that collection paper and cover that up so it will not be so visible. Now I'm only going to pull the backing off of one side, and this makes this a little bit more manageable. And I did find it a little bit more challenging to get this positioned when it doesn't go all the way to the bottom. And so I'm just going to take a little bit more time to get that so that the bag on the front and the back fall right into that groove for our score line. And then give that a good press so that the contact for the adhesive is strong. Now you do want to repeat that for this side as well. You see how I'm making sure that everything is lined up nice and straight and even. You can put your hand down into that pocket so that you can press against it, and the double-sided tape will hold everything in place while that glue sets up. We've got more of the pattern paper for the back, and like I said, we're going to cover those flaps, so I am not concerned at all about that gap in the middle. This will also help to increase how sturdy and thick it is. So this is just a nice way to have a finished look all the way around. Pressing that down pretty well so that I get a good contact. And now we have the front of the pocket, and so I'm going to choose a contrasting color and pattern. This is much darker and much of a smaller pattern, so I can put some layers on top. And so the measurement for this is going to be 2 3/8 by 5 1/4. And I'm just going to add that right in the middle. I'm going to pick it up so I can see over top. Getting lots of nice layers here, even with only one of the regular cardstock showing. So now I want to have some decoration for the pocket. And so that is where my sticker sheet's going to come in. And I'm starting with a circle that's die cut with a border that is die cut. And then I sandwich those together to create a nice border. And I'm going to bring in my sticker sheet. I've also die cut a couple of these little glitter stars. And so my goal is to create a nice little arrangement here for the front. And I really like this one who has the candy, but you can see that there are so many options on these sticker sheets. You will have a lot of fun creating with them. So I'm just going to add this right to the middle, more or less, right to left, but maybe a little bit lower so that I have room on top for my first glitter star. And now you can see that because it is dimensional, I can position that underneath very easily and get a nice layered look. So I'm going to add this with a little bit of hot glue and then just add that in between those layers. And then I have a second smaller star that I thought would be cute on this side. So let's add that once again with our hot glue. I kind of want to add a little bit of something up here as well for some balance. And there are some smaller stickers on this sheet kind of in between the ghosts. So let's put that here. And now we've created a nice balance on this circle. And I want to add this to the front of our pocket with hot glue as well, just because this could curve out a little bit when we put our snacks inside. And so I want this to be well secured. Remember that this is going to extend above the top of the pocket. So I'm still going to keep my adhesive lower than that so that it doesn't squeeze out over the top. This is a good time for the question of the day. Let me know in the comments, what is your favorite project from the series this year? So now I have that positioned, and I'm going to bring in that cute little greeting card. You see, this is absolutely perfect the way it is. We don't need to mess with it at all. And I'll flip this bag open. Remember, this has the pocket on the top, and I'll just position this in the back. And this is also going to help to kind of create a larger profile. And so this looks a lot more substantial. I've got my snacks here, and I just got one little cocoa packet and one oatmeal cream pie. I think that these are also available at Dollar Tree. I didn't find these there, but you could probably get your whole project done with all those supplies if you add a little bit of your own cardstock and scrap cut off paper like I did. And so I just put those in a little glassine bag. You could put in homemade treats if you were a better baker than I, but I'm just going to use pre-wrapped ones. And then I'll flip that over. I got a little bit of this Halloween washi tape to seal that up. I think that is really cute. And then this will go right down into our pocket. You see how nice that is? So I am looking at a lot of that Cocoa Pack wrapping, and I want to add a little bit of something to cover that up. So because we still have our handles on, I can just tie on a little bow here with some nice long tails, and that will kind of go over those layers and give it a little bit of a dressier look than just the paper wrapping. I'm just going to position those loops there to look nice and full, and then I'll come back in and cut the excess at an angle so that it won't fray. Last but not least, I've got a couple of sequins here, and I thought it would be fun just to kind of fill in that arrangement so that we have a little bit of extra detail and sparkle. So of course I want to add those with my Tombow. So that's going to be it for this treat bag. And of course I did create another one while I was working out the measurements. And for this one, I just wound up adding this additional detail, but I feel like in the overall totality of this project that it doesn't really show very much. And so I don't know that you need to do that, because once you put your treat inside, it's definitely going to be lost in those layers. So that is going to be it for our easy to make Dollar Tree supply Halloween treat bags. And so let's go ahead with that giveaway. To celebrate another fabulous series, we are giving away these 2 treat holders to one lucky winner. Here's the details on how you can enter your name for a chance to win. Just a couple easy rules. To be eligible, first, you must be a subscriber to my channel. Second, you must answer the question of the day for all 13 days in the series. You must be a resident of the continental United States. You can enter as soon as this video goes live, and you'll have until 5 p.m. Eastern on October 8th to be entered. I'll be posting a special video at 7 p.m. Eastern on the 9th of October to draw the name of the winner. Please enter only once, and good luck for all those who enter. Quick note on the prize: these treat holders will be sent out without the food items inside, as I don't have allergen information for them and I don't want to accidentally make anybody ill. So that's it for day 13 and for our series this year. I sure do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Check the description for links. And as always, I'm wishing you a happy and productive day. And I thank you so much for watching. Bye.